Well, hello there. Greetings from the garden again. Welcome to another video. I am here today to make a quick herbal tea for my husband. He just came down with an illness just like my son had last week, and it was a pretty bad one. It's a cross between the flu and bronchitis, and the doctor actually wasn't sure if it was one or the other, but the symptoms were pretty much the same for the flu and for bronchitis. So it was a bad one, and it took my son about a week to feel better. So today my husband is just starting to be sick, and it's Halloween, and he's gonna miss all the Halloween stuff. So I'm doing what I can here. I'm gonna make him an herbal tea, and I want to get this started so that I can get ready. But I wanted to talk about what I have here because I'm very excited that I still have access to all of these herbs that I can make him a medicine with. And I want to talk about why I selected them, and I have some notes here as far as, you know, some of the benefits of them because there's so many. So I have 16 herbs here, and let's see, let me start with this side. We'll start with holy basil. Holy basil is right here. Oh, I love this. I wish I had smell-o-vision for you to enjoy this. This is very fragrant, but this is really good for, it's an anti-inflammatory and an antimicrobial. And then we have parsley right here. Parsley is really good. It's got tons of vitamins and minerals in it, including a lot of chlorophyll, and it's a good antioxidant and a diuretic, and it boosts the immune system. Let's see, what else do we have here? Sage. This is another one that I absolutely love the smell of. And I have two different kind of sages here, Italian sage and common sage. And I actually have a lot. I'm probably not going to put all of this in the tea because this is pretty strong. That would be a lot. So I'll probably maybe make 2 batches or just dry some of it. But we have sage here because it's an anti-inflammatory, it's an antioxidant, and an antimicrobial. It soothes sore throats, and it also supports cognitive function, just like rosemary. Next up we have is lavender. Look at this. Now I have lavender that blooms twice. So this is the second bloom of some of the plants that I have out there. Oh, I just love this as well. So lavender is it's good for anti-anxiety, anti-inflammatory, and antimicrobial. It promotes relaxation and calms the mind, aids in sleep. Next up is lemongrass. Now I need to go harvest some more of this because this is also not going to last the frost that we have coming. And this is just beautiful amount of lemongrass I have here. So lemongrass gives us the ability to digest our foods. It's very calming for the stomach and any kind of stomach discomfort. It's an anti-inflammatory and an antimicrobial as well. And then we have mint. I love putting mint in my tea. All of these herbs are so very aromatic. It's really remarkable. I'll never get bored of smelling these herbs. So mint supports your digestion, and it also helps with nausea, and it's also an antimicrobial, and it freshens your breath. So you can even take a couple of these leaves and chew on them. Next up is catnip. Catnip is a mild sedative, and it's an anti-inflammatory. It calms the nerves, and it also aids in sleep. And I also know it to be a nervine, so it helps the nervous system relax. So that's probably why it helps you sleep. Oregano is our next herb that we're going to pick up here. So here's oregano. This is a powerhouse. This is one of the ones on my first 5 list that I'm doing a deep dive into. And oregano is an antioxidant, anti-inflammatory, antimicrobial. There are many more things, many more properties that these plants actually have. I'm only listing a few, but I'm working on a research article that I'm writing that's gonna go more in depth into all these different herbs and the properties that they have and the things that they help. So I like oregano because it's an antifungal, antimicrobial, antibacterial. It's everything. There's a lot of good properties in there. So that's that one. And now we're on to the second page. Now we have cumin, another one that's very aromatic. I probably won't use a lot of this because it is so strong. But this is also an anti-inflammatory, and it helps with digestive health. And then we have thyme. This is another powerhouse because of the bioactive compounds that are in here. This is got a lot of healing properties in it. So this is antimicrobial, it's an antioxidant, and it's also anti-inflammatory. This is another one that's on my first 5 deep dive list, as well as sage. So we got sage, oregano. What's the 5th one? What's the 5th? I can't think off the top of my head, but oh, parsley. Parsley is it, because yeah, parsley is a powerhouse too. So what else? I mean, they all have amazing benefits. They really do. Mullein right here, and this is mullein that's growing back. Is it growing back? No, this is in its first year. So this is first year. It will grow back in the spring, and then it'll get its tall stalk. But I took some of the leaves because this is very beneficial for the respiratory system, for the lungs. And these, they call it poor man's toilet paper or cowboy's toilet paper because it's so very soft. I mean, I can see how you can use this as toilet paper. But these fibers here are actually very soothing for the lungs and the chest. So if it is bronchitis that he has, this is going to help coat his chest so it doesn't hurt when he coughs, or it soothes the cough. But I probably won't use all this because that is a lot too. So a lot of this I'll probably use half and then dry half. Next up is lemon balm. Love lemon balm. Lemon balm has so many properties that are healing. Some that I'll mention here, it's calming, anti-anxiety, antiviral. I know that it also helps if you're a woman near menopause, or even in teenagers. I mean, I use this too. It helps with menstrual cramps, and it helps women balance hormones during menopause. So, and the smell is amazing. So this has a lot of beneficial properties in it. I mean, they all do, like I said. Next up is yarrow, and I chose this for its anti-inflammatory properties. My neighbors over there, you can probably hear them. The kids are having a good time. It's very exciting because today is Halloween, so I have to hurry up because I gotta get ready. But this is yarrow, and this is an antimicrobial and anti-inflammatory, and I know that this is also very good for the skin because I use this in my skincare products, and even in the all the skincare products that I make that I use on myself, I put yarrow in because it's really good for the skin. Same thing with calendula, which actually I do have calendula out there. That's one herb that I forgot. So there would have been 17 because calendula is another good herb to help with cough, cold, flu, this time of year, but it's also very beneficial for the skin. Next up is rosemary. Now I just did a deep dive into rosemary. This was my first one that I went into, that I put the research out on my website. So there's an ebook that I created talking about all of the healing benefits of rosemary. But it's primarily used for cognitive support, and it's an anti-inflammatory and an antioxidant. So if you're interested in that and learning more, go to my website on the wellness page, and I have all kinds of resources out there. The next thing you notice, probably you see these and you're like, what is that? These come from my passion flower vine. It's behind this camera. It's all over the place. And these are called maypop. And I chose these because they're very, very sour. So this will add a sour flavor, as if I added citric acid to something, but it also boosts the immune system because there's a ton of vitamin ton of vitamin C in here, and I will actually show you what these look like. This is the coolest thing that I've ever seen. I'll never get bored of this. Like, this is like a total alien is being birthed right now. Wait till you see this. Look at this. Look at that. Isn't that the coolest thing you've ever seen? So these have seeds in them, and they're very sour. They're sour and sweet at the same time. Now this one is very ripe. It tastes delicious. This is the way it's supposed to taste. So I'm gonna pull these apart and put them in the tea. I'm probably not gonna heat them up. They'll go in last because they'll give it a nice citrusy, lemony kind of flavor that'll balance out all the flavors of these herbs. The last one that I'm gonna talk about, because this video I'm sure is getting long, and you really have to love herbs to make it all the way to the end of this video. Or maybe my mom and dad, because they're being nice, and maybe they're watching my videos. I don't know. But I hope somebody gets something out of this. So I noticed that some of this tarragon was growing, and this is a perennial. This comes back every year, and I did cut it back because I thought it was done growing, and then this started growing again because we've had a lot of warm weather. So I think that's why I still have access to all of these herbs, because we have had like an Indian summer is what you would call it. So tarragon helps with digestion, and it's also an anti-inflammatory and an antioxidant, and it reduces inflammation. So not only does it make a great flavoring for eggs and tuna fish, but it makes a good tea because there's a lot of good properties in it. So that's everything that I have here to talk about today. Now that I've made this video, I'm going to go in and I'm going to I was going to do it out here, but it is a little cold, but I do have to hurry. But I'm going to chop these up, and then I'm going to let them soak in cold water for 3 hours. And then in the next video, I will continue with this process so that you can see how I make this tea. Because after it soaks, and then after I gently boil it, then I'll let everything soak in the water, and then bring it to room temperature, and then put it in the refrigerator overnight. Except I will give him some because he needs it. He's very sick. He's laying on the couch, and I'm going to try to do what I can to speed up his healing process. So you can come along with me on this journey. In the next video I share, it will be the next step in the process. Until then, happy Halloween. See you later.